Good morning. um, Hold on. As always, coffee first. Good morning, as I was saying. A little while ago, or the other day, my daughter came to me. She said to me, she goes, I need a gift for a friend. We're not best friends, but we're friends, and I want to give her something. Could you make her something? I said, what do you want me to make? She says, well, she likes books, she loves to read, and she likes owls. What am I supposed to do with that information? Anyway, so chaos sparks creative frenzy in my world anyway. So what I created was a bookmark. Um, I had some scraps, I had some washi tape, some ribbon, some wood pieces like these ones. Everybody has these pretty much. You can find them just about anywhere. They're just, little owls and butterflies and cats and dogs and hearts, whatever you fancy. So I created something for her friend. And it turned out rather nice, actually. And I love to read myself. And so I thought maybe I could do something for myself, or even others that like to read. My youngest loves to read. I love to read, so we're good there. But these are a quick little gift you can make. Let's say you bought a book for someone, you want to put something else in there. The bookmarks at the bookstore can be expensive, especially if you want something a little bit more special. So in this case, you can use cardstock, washi tape, some ribbon, some lace if you have some, and one of those little wood pieces. And if you don't have one of those, you can create something else out of felt or cardstock. It doesn't matter. The world is free and open to whatever you might want to create. So the beauty of this is you can just use scrap pieces of paper. I will use about 3 different coordinating washi tapes. We all have washi tape. Um, well, not all. I have quite a selection, even though I don't use it very much. Um, I store mine in a giant bowl, basically, and then I have the selection that I use the most at this time of year, like my Christmas ones for my journal, um, and then some cute ones that I've just recently bought at Michael's from their little dollar bin. So they're 50 cents a washi tape. So kind of cute. I buy a bunch of them and then, you know, it adds to my collection. Eventually that bowl that I have will be full, but not for now anyway. I still have lots of room to grow. So we're good there. And then they coordinate them. So you can coordinate your own too if you choose to do so. So here I have, it is DCWV, so die cuts with a view paper cardstock. It's the one with a little bit of texture on it, which I really like actually for this bookmark instead of just plain smooth cardstock. In this case, there's a lot of browns and grays and greens. I'm not sure which washi tape to use yet, but I thought most of it's going to be covered. It's only the back side that you're going to see for the most part because I will be doubling them up so you're going to be nice and sturdy. It's not going to be a flimsy piece of paper. So I thought I could do something a bit more spring-like because it's raining today and it is not making me happy that it's raining. So I'm going to do something a little bit on the brighter side. So I've got these ones, and then this one goes nicely with it. It's got the days of the week on it. I love to read, doesn't matter what day of the week. So in this case, it works out quite well. So I've got my 3 washies, and then I've got some lace, and then I don't know if I want to do a butterfly, but I have a dog, and I have a dog in both cases. So I thought I'd do a dog in this case. So I thought, we'll see what we can do. So for the most part, all you're going to do is grab some cardstock. Let me put you down this way so you can actually see. Ooh, hello. There we are. Sorry, I need another sip of coffee. Hold on. Okay. good to go. So I was thinking brown, actually. I'm not sure why. Maybe because of the dog. But it's still pretty dreary out, so I want to do something a bit more colorful. So a tan is always good. Gray is a nice neutral. If you have a light gray, it should be okay too. This one is pretty dark. Hold on. There's a lighter gray up front here. So I think we'll go with gray because it does go nicely with the ribbon. So this is, what does it say? It's textured cardstock, 58 sheets, 8 by 8 inch. So that's what I'm using. All I'm going to do, I guess it doesn't matter which way you turn it, it's 8 by 8. I am just going to grab my washi tape and, hold on, let me see. I haven't used this one yet, so. Getting them started is always a little bit finicky. So I'm just going to sort of, because I don't want to waste my paper, I'm just sort of going to be right at the, close to the edge. I can trim it later. It's not the end of the world. You sort of want to be straight, obviously, because otherwise it's going to look like a hot mess. So we're just going to lay it down, and then we're just going to do that. And then all we're going to do is flip it over and fold it. Before, when I was creating this in a frenzy, all I did was trim it. I'm not going to trim it this time because I think the edges look a little bit neater with it just folded over. So in this case, you can go big or go small. Either way, it doesn't matter. It depends on how you like your colors. But I kind of thought working in different sizes would work the best for me in this case. This one's got really pretty birds on it and some branches. And so you're just going to line it right up to the next one and just give it a little tear at the end. I'm just going to fold this one over too. This is all going to be covered up later, so it doesn't really matter. And then just want to make sure it's nice and smooth. See, it looks quite pretty that way. I don't know, I kind of like it. And then I love turquoise, or light blue in this case actually, but it's quite a thin one, which is okay. There's nothing wrong with thin ones. But I want some substantial bookmark surface area, you know what I mean? So you don't want to use all thin ones, unless you do like 20 of them or something like that, or you do rainbow or whatever you feel like doing. So this one you fold over too. So in this case, we are going to trim it. I just have one of these little desktop trimmers, and I still have paper from what I did earlier. And we're just going to trim it right to the edge because we don't want to see any of the cardstock, or as close as you can without snagging on the washi tape. So in this case, it's actually pretty close. It's not too bad. So there. It's pretty close. I mean, I could probably trim a little bit more off. This cutter is pretty old, so it's not as good at cutting as it used to be. I don't know. You know what? We're going to embrace the imperfection that it is. It doesn't matter. So this is the back side, this is the front. Now what we're going to do is we are going to take our lace and we're going to lay it down on here. If you have really pretty lace you don't want to part with 100%, you might want to make this shorter. The thing I like about having it longer and then wrapping around the front, you'll see that in a little bit. What I like about it is that it gives a little bit more sturdiness to the bookmark, a little bit more weight to it, so that it's got more substance, which is what I enjoy about this. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these tape runners and run it down the center. All it's going to do is hold it in place for me for now, because we are going to put a backing on this. Okay, there. That's all we are going to do. And then we're going to leave it like that. Leave it a little bit longer. We'll trim it later because we need to measure for our wood piece and how long it's going to be for it to hang over the top of the book. I will show you what I mean. Trust me in the process. And in this case, we are going to run, we're going to go right over top. That's the beauty of this stuff. You can just go right over top. And then we are going to put another piece, and we will trim it, obviously. Now, if you find that this might be too oh, see, I have a little bit sticking out. I probably went a little bit too far, but that's okay. If you find this is too little glue for you, you can use double-sided tape. You can use Tombow Mono adhesive glue. You can liquid glue. You can use I wouldn't use hot glue because you don't want all the bumps. You want it as smooth as possible. I think anyway. So what we're going to do is we're going to trim this. Also, watch out for your ribbon. Make sure you don't get it caught in anything. Okay. You want it as nice and neat as possible. And because I didn't go very straight, I'm going to trim this side too, as best as I can. There. Again, we're not looking for perfection. There's no such thing. So here, it's nice and smooth. If you have a laminator, this would actually be pretty cool to just run it through a laminator. I don't have one. I'm not even going to bother with it. But, you know, if you want the edges nice and neat and close together, that'd be a good one to do. You could even use, well, if this were done by a child or for a child, you can even use packing tape and then trim it nicely on the end. I'm not going to do that. You can do it any which way you want, but I'm not going to do that. So this is the front of our bookmark. So this is the piece that will go into the book. Let's see. Oh no. Hold on.